going to be talking about dump cutting from a stationary position. This is really powerful because you can put a handler in one spot on the field and rely on them to get open with an advantage in positioning and not just in speed. The goal for our stationary handlers is to reliably open up gaps to throw into, only using a couple of steps. Stationary handlers need to use a read and react style of play. They're going to read how their defender is playing them, and together with the thrower, react by taking the most available option. Oftentimes, this is not a matter of forcing your way open, but rather faking the defender into giving you a slightly larger window to throw into. When possible, we'll put defenders in a position where either option gives us something that we want. Typically being at a 45-degree angle and far enough away from the thrower to allow space gives the dump either an upfield or a breakside option, both of which are good things.
Today we're going to work on the vertical stack handler set. So Nina has the disc here, she has a dump behind her, and she has a front of the stack. It's important that the front of the stack is close enough for a flippy throw. And what I mean by a flippy throw is something that Nina can easily throw without winding up. So if Nina has her forehand out, she's looking up the field, and if Nels were to go to the break side, that's an easy throw so he can set up. So we have the front of the stack here ready. For the rest of this drill, the front of the stack is going to stay here and hold space. What we're going to focus on is the angle to our dump. Hallie is lined up at a 45-degree angle, which is important so that she has two different options. She can go behind the disc, or she can go up the field, and that puts Tiffany in a really difficult situation. She's also far enough away that if Tiffany goes to try to double here and help out on the mark, Hallie can go away from the play and make Tiffany
The first thing we're going to pay attention to is if Tiffany decides that she wants to take away this backfield throw. If she lines up here on Hallie, Hallie has space to go up the field. So you're going to wait until Nina looks at you, and when she does, you can make a fake and go here. Good. Good. And after every play, Hallie, you're going to take that disc and look up the field, just like you would in a game, so get that coordination and be ready. What we really want to do is not just throw the dump, but we want to take the dump and attack down the field immediately. She's looking at the field. When she turns, you can make your move. Good. And then looking for that hook. Excellent. Now, many times, Tiffany is going to try to force Hallie away from the end zone, which is generally the defense she's going to play more. So you're going to line up here. If she lines up here, what she's giving Hallie is back across to the break side. Now, when Hallie takes this, she's going to be able to catch the disc and have a second before she has a mark. So Nina, you can give it to me here. And now I have a second for Nels out into space. We're going to be able to hit the break side of the field without actually breaking the mark. Ready for this one? Again, wait till she looks at you so that you have the best possible spacing. Excellent. Good. And now we've moved the disc to the far side of the field without having to break a mark because these two players are playing together. Now that we've tried with Tiffany playing upfield defense and backfield defense, we're going to try it now where Tiffany's going to face guard her player. So sometimes defenders will look straight here, and now you have whatever you want. This player can choose whichever the easiest throw is, make a strong fake, and go to either side. Nels, you're ready. If Hallie goes this way, you're going to make space. If she goes this way, you're setting up for your swing cut. Ready? Good. 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 Nels, nicely done. Excellent. And we're to the break side. Perfect. There you go. Find it. Good. Nicely done. Good work. Good work. Good. Now let's go back. And now what we're going to do is the offensive player typically does not know where the defense is going to set up. So Hallie and Nina are both going to have to read Tiffany's defense. If they see her here, we're going to work together to go upfield. If they see her here, we're going to work together for the break side. And if you read face guard, you can take whatever is the easiest throw. So now we're in a read and react play. Two offensive players reading one defender and reacting. Good. Nicely done. Let's set it up again. If you're watching from the sideline, what I'd like you to do is focus on watching one player and decide if they're making the right decision or the decision that you would have made. You can read this player as well, and that will help your practice reps. All right, we're going to go live defense from Tiffany, two-person read and react. Good, nicely done. Excellent, Nels. Good, we're going to add one last thing in here, which is that Ross is a smart defender, and he's going to try to take advantage of this situation. If he sees this a couple times, he might start jumping out here. Now, if he does, if Ross cheats this play, if Ross jumps over on this play, Nina knows she has a front of the stack here, and we're looking for the break side. Now, it's possible, come back, it's possible that as Ross goes here, Robbie knows it and breaks here, and we can take Nels to the live side. So again, two offensive players are going to read one defender, isolate them, and make a move. Hallie, you're doing the exact same thing. If Ross comes over, you can beat him upfield. Disc is in. Good. Let's go back and do that one more time. So Nels, I really want you to hold your position until she actually turns and looks at you. That'll give you the most amount of space. If you're going to cut, I'd rather you cut late or on time rather than early. Good. Let's try that one more time. Hallie, you ready? Good. And now we're tacking up the field. Ready? And disc in. Good. And you've got it. Good. Nicely done. It's even more important that we move the disc efficiently when we're on the sideline. Here, Ross is trapping on the sideline, and so Nina has a good look down the field after she's done with that look. Whenever your team says we're going to turn to the dump at 3 or 4, she's going to again engage Hallie at the dump. Now, the angles are slightly different. If Hallie can't, or she's forced upfield, she's going to go directly up the line and try to get a power position throw. If she can catch this, it sets her up well to throw long throws or at least scare the defense. So, Tiffany, will you play her on the backside? Good. So she's trying to put pressure on. Ready. The disc is coming in. Good. Excellent. Hallie, great. We're setting up for that huck every time. Let's do it again. Now, very infrequently will a defender force you up the line. Typically, Tiffany is going to play somewhere like here. You play on this side. And what Hallie wants to do is open herself up to not only catch the disc here, but even going away from the play so she can set up the next throw. To do that, I want you to drive Tiffany there so you can come back towards me. Again, you're going to wait for Nina, because if you go early, then we're going to spend our cut without having a chance to throw it to you. Just coming in 3, 2, 1. Good. There she goes. Drive, take the move, and hit the swing if we can. Excellent. Now we got to the other side of the field without making a difficult throw. Let's do that one more time. Hallie's decision point is that on both cuts, she takes a couple of steps here to drive into this defender. And if she feels Tiffany here, where she can get her shoulders in front, then she's going to keep going. If Tiffany dives in to stop that, then we're going to take this move. So your decision point is after a couple of steps. Nina is helping to read one defender here. Ready? And go. Good. And hit that swing if we can. Nicely done. Good. Okay. And one more time. Yep. And we're going to try to attack deep if we can. Nice. Now, if Ross does the same thing, if Ross gets aggressive, if Ross comes around this play, Nels is set up here for an inside-out throw to the middle of the field. So if Ross comes and attacks this mark, we still have space to throw into. This is why it's so important that Nels gets into a position to create a triangle with these three handlers. Again, two offensive players reading one defender. Good. Nicely done. Excellent. Nicely done.
You'll know you're doing this correctly if the dump is able to get open with a single or even just a second jab step. Little moves can open up fairly large windows, especially against aggressive defenders. you'll also know you're doing this right if the dump is able to throw early break throws before the mark gets there. If you're simply getting open with athleticism, you'll catch and have a mark right on you. But if you're using good positioning and reading and reacting, you'll be able to throw to the break side before the defense can clamp down.